So what's going on today?
Nothing.
You brought in a check,
Yes,
and the check's not good.
it's not.
That's what I'm hearing.
But the check was written to me
By who?
by the person who wrote the check.
And who's that?
That's the people that I'm did some work for.
And what work did you do?
I just do any kind of work that they ask me to do. Roofing, any kind.
Okay, what work did you do for the money?
I did some roofing work. I did some subcontracting work that involved some roofing repair.
Okay. And they paid you by writing a check?
That's correct.
Okay. And so why wouldn't the check be good?
I don't have any idea.
Okay. Alright, do you have any weapons or anything on you?
Of course not.
Do you mind standing up for me just so I can patch down, make sure you got nothing? Cigarettes?
Yes.
Alright, can I have a seat for me? Okay, so who's it that you work for?
I subcontract
I know, but who was it that you did the work for?
for these people right here.
What are the people's name?
They're on the check. I mean,
How long have you been working for them?
no, it's just off and on.
Just off and on. For how
I mean,
long?
I subcontract for anybody.
Okay, but do you know the names of the people?
I know the names of some of the people. I mean, they wrote me the check. I just brought it in. I'm just cashing a check.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't write it because they've never heard of you.
Well, that's what I'm hearing now. But I mean, that's not what. Why would I think that when somebody writes me a check?
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna have another officer. They're on their way right now, and we're gonna make some phone calls and figure out what's going on. But you're gonna hang out here until we get all that figured out.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, apparently I don't have any choice with that. So.
No, you don't have any choice with that right now. So, 10-4.
So, I just don't understand what the deal is.
I mean, it's not a real check. That's
I mean,
what the big deal
I
is.
hear you what you're saying, that, but I have no way of knowing that. You understand what I'm saying? I have no way of knowing that the check's been written to me. It's not a real check.
But you don't know who the people were that wrote you the check.
Listen.
No, it's not. Listen, you don't know who the person who even wrote you the check. So how is that me sitting here thinking the legal side of it?
Here's the situation. There are some people outside. I don't know how much of this is safe. And if there's is this the other officer? Mm-hmm. Okay.
What's going on today?
Listen, I was given the check. I came in to cash it. They went to the back. They waited for a long time. I was sitting here waiting patiently, and then he comes in.
Okay.
And he's talking to them. They're saying the check's not real. Okay. I have no way of knowing that the check's not real.
Do you have an ID?
She's got it back there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what is the check from? From work, business?
It's from services rendered to these people for subcontracting work.
Okay. What was the subcontracting?
Subroofing work.
Okay.
But whoever they're talking to is saying they don't know me, and I mean, I don't know. I can't hear everything she's saying to the police officer back there. All I know is that the check was given to me. I came in to cash it.
Okay. So it's for work that you did privately?
Yes.
Okay.
As a subcontractor.
And what type of work? It was roofing work?
Roofing repair.
Okay.
So
you did it at these people's residence?
at these people's business.
It was business.
So, and I had a crew do it, so I have payroll to make with them. That's pretty much what it was for. So I don't.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what to say. I didn't write a check. I don't have any checks from these people. All I did was come in to cash a check that was written to me.
Okay. What was the amount of the check?
It's $900-some.
Okay. What type of repair did you do?
Just some roofing repair.
I know. What type of roofing repair?
Well, like repair, you know, replacing some shingles and the wood underneath it, you know.
Are you a licensed contractor for
I'm
a
a
roof?
subcontractor.
Are you licensed to work on
No,
roofs?
subcontract. Almost any kind of repair jobs like that.
Okay.
And I don't need
Do you have
a
any
license.
paperwork or documentation, an agreement that you signed to do work on this residence
No,
with your company's name?
no.
Did you have to pull
I
a
don't know
permit
how-
or anything to do the work? Did you do over 10% of the roof?
Listen, I don't understand.
I'm just asking questions.
I
'Cause
understand, and
if you have a permit that you worked on the roof, if you
What I'm
have
thinking
any,
at this point is I should just shut my mouth and sit here and find out what's going on, and you guys have to do what you have to do, and I have to do what I have to do. I mean, I don't know what else.
So just to go over the process of how you guys check. So he brings it in and said it was a check that he received for working on something. He gives you the check. What do you guys do from there?
I pull it up on the system and the check number. So there's another check that someone cashed today for like the same dollar amount, but different check number.
Gotcha.
So then I went down a little bit and pulled up a check that already cleared. The type is completely different than what he's showing. And usually when it's big like that, it's fraud. I'm in my
Yeah.
18th year. And it's always Tampa
There's
ID. So that was my red flag, because it's Tampa ID. But I went through and none of those checks are the same. So then I
6143 holding a
emailed
signal
my
4 in the parking lot
coworker
at
and
station
said, hey,
400,
come
zone
for
4,
check.
Newing Dream.
I'll be right back. So I told him I was going to make a photocopy of it.
Possibly recovery of a signal
Not
10
really
in
normal
zone
procedure,
4,
but whatever,
Salvation
he
Army.
does it. So I have an office back there. I called another branch officer, told her to call the officer on the, or the account holder, and say, hey, I have a Tampa address, this person, check number, how much? And then she called me back and says, no.
Okay, so the actual writer of the check said that it was not confirmed that it wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's when I called you guys.
We're trying to figure out how you got the check.
It was handed to me by the person who wrote it.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out a way to make sure what you're saying is legitimate. So
Right.
who to call.
Right.
Like, how can we verify this?
Right, that you did the work, that's all.
Right.
That's what I'm asking,
So, like,
if you pulled a
you
permit.
can verify that you did the work.
Right,
Yeah.
I don't have a permit, I'm subcontracting for a contractor, it's different.
Okay, do you have the name of the contractor that you're subcontracting
Like I
for?
think I'm better to just shut my mouth and wait and let this unfold.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm just trying. I'm not saying that I don't believe you. I'm just trying. Like, I worked in construction for a long time, so I know how that works.
Is this your bank?
No, it is not.
Okay.
It's the bank that the check is going on.
Okay, so this is the bank of the person that wrote the check.
Yes,
The person that wrote the check, is he the person that gave it to you?
I don't know, that's what I thought.
This bank
I don't know.
the check. Never heard of this guy, never signed the check. So it's 100% fraud.
No, so I understand. So
Okay. First name, sir?
She's got my ID,
I know, but I'm asking you.
N-E-Y.
you got driven here all the way from Tampa?
I'm sorry.
You said you got dropped off, right? You live in Tampa.
My right should still be here,
No, but you got
brought you here?
somebody brought you here all the way from Tampa to
Yeah.
cash the check?
just to pick up my check, yeah. I mean, I had
Oh, to pick up your check?
to pick up this check right here that I just now tried to cash.
Where'd you pick it up at?
I picked it up from the person who just handed it to me.
I know. Do you remember the address of the work?
It was just down the road.
Keep number 9 of the ESS,
Look, I told you guys I'm not answering any more questions. It's obvious what's going on here to me, so I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut and let you guys do what you have to do, and I'll take it from there.
Okay, well,
So,
that's fine.
I mean, I'm not getting anywhere with this, and it's obvious that I'm going, being arrested for something, so I'll just write it out.
No,
and
nobody said that you're under arrest right now.
Pretty obvious to me that that's what's going on.
Hello, this is.
Hi, this is Officer Hope, Sarasota Police Department.
How's it going?
I'm well, and yourself?
Good. What can I do for you?
So, do you work for?
I own Clean. Yes.
Okay, on Avenue.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm assuming you've been in contact with the bank already, or they've been in contact
Yep. I
with you.
just got off the phone with him like a minute ago.
Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out how this gentleman has any association with you, and if you've approved any work from this gentleman, or
Nope. I just got him on my expense sheet. I don't have a single check ever in my entire company's history made out for the amount of money that he has cashing.
okay, and you don't know, correct?
No.
Have you had any roofing work done for one of your businesses recently?
Roofing work? No.
Okay, because he's saying that he did subcontracted roofing work for a shingle roof and some soffit and fascia.
No. My roof on my factory is steel, and that's the only building I own.
Okay, my second question is, it looks like he's already cashed a check out of another bank in the county,
Okay.
and you just want to verify whether you're looking to pursue charges for the theft of that and the fraudulent document.
Yeah, we will. I mean, obviously, I want my money back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just take a seat over here, so I can talk to you. All right.
She doesn't want to
I know you said whatever you said to this officer, but I have to read you your rights first,
Right.
Okay. So, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand each of these rights as I have explained them to you?
I do.
And having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to us now?
Possibly.
Okay, I mean, it's up to you,
Yeah,
right? Because I know in there.
I mean, I can stop at any time I know.
Right. I'll reach out and speak to one of our detectives, see if this is something that they want to come speak with you about. I don't know how far this is going, if this is the first time you've ever done this with this guy.
Yeah.
If you know anybody else that's working with him, if you know any of his information.
And that's the other part, is I don't even know how to reach them as far as like calling them or anything like that.
Right.
They always came to me.
In person?
Yeah. Well,
They haven't like texted your phone, called you
They don't
to?
have that. My phone is, actually, they may have, my phone is like lost or stolen, I'm not sure. They did call it several times, they said, but I don't have it, so I can't.
So how do they normally locate you?
Look, I'm homeless, I live in Tampa, but I kind of like stay at places, hotels or at people's houses, but I guess you consider I'm homeless. They pulled up to me at a bus stop, literally, and asked me if I had an ID, and I said, yes, I wanted to make some money. All right, that's how it happened. So they drove down here and they gave me this check to cash. And they did the one, and then this was the second one. They wanted me to, I said, there was a third place that I went in to do it, and I felt very nervous the way they were acting and everything. I told them, I said, I'm done with it, I'm not doing it anymore. I haven't been paid yet, and I don't know what, and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, if you want to get back to Tampa, you're going to do this one. That's how we ended up doing it. But this one, I feel like I'm not only that I'm being stupid as hell, but I'm also being kind of bullied.
So how many people were in the vehicle with you?
There was one guy driving, and the other guy setting the shotgun, who has he's like the boss. Then I was in the back seat with both my backpacks.
How do they make the checks?
That I don't know, because they've got my name printed on them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, 'cause
So
if you
when I
just
talked-
met them today,
No,
then
I met them yesterday.
yesterday.
I met them yesterday, and they said they were picking up this morning.
Okay, so they didn't print it off right today.
No.
They must have done it.
No,
last
but they
night.
got my information.
Gotcha. And then they
Last
picked you up
night,
today.
because they're printed, you can see it, the check, it's printed on there, so I guess they had it mapped out.
If you were to see these folks in like a lineup or something, would
Yeah,
you be able to identify them?
Absolutely.
Okay. And you don't know like nickname, first
I don't,
name?
listen, I don't know them at all.
I know, but they weren't talking to each other with nicknames,
They
or?
were kind of quiet, and it seemed like when they dropped me at the one place, and then I walked into the bank, when I came back, they weren't there. So I kind of like just aimlessly walk around for a few minutes, and then they'd show back up, and I'd get in the car.
Hey, Sarge. We've got a question for you. So we have a forged document case here at the bank, and this guy is saying that he got picked up in Tampa by two black males. This is the third bank that they've driven him to, and then the bank confirmed that he's already done this again in the county and received cash for it. He's saying this is the third bank that they drove him to today to try and cash these checks. They found him, he's homeless, asked him if he had an ID. He said, yep. They said, you want to make some money? And he wants to see if we can make a deal and if he can speak to detectives about it. All right.
And then we
So-
got into here.
So our detectives are going to speak to you, okay? So I'm going to take you to our police department where they can interview you and speak to you there.
All right.
I'm going to put you in handcuffs because I'm going to transport you in my vehicle, okay?
Yep, I understand.
Just go ahead and turn around. And then my truck's kind of to the left here behind.
I see it.
Okay. Do you have anything on you I need to be aware of?
No.
Okay. I'm going to take off your hand glasses.
Yep.
Do you have any of the the
can
cash?
of peppers.
Do you have any of the cash from the?
I have cash on me, but it's not from that. It's the cash that I have in the store. I have $100. That's my bank cards in there. They have my name on them. No, I haven't been paid anything yet. That. You know, put the whole thing in the bottom.
Alrighty. Hop on in. I'll get the seatbelt on you. There, no, yeah, just sit there.
Oh, all right. I see. Yes, sir.
Alright, let me get the air on the back for you.
He was charged with uttering a forged check and using someone else's identity to pull it off. He blamed it all on two strangers at a bus stop, but the truth landed him in handcuffs with a felony record to match.